I'm reflecting on that Rosicrucian book that I threw away. It was only, I remember it being pretty cheap. It was like $17, and it was a big, fat, hardbound book. It was like, a textbook you'd have in school. That was like what the binding was like, but of course it had some cool occult stuff on the cover. But, I'm thinking now maybe there is a lot of subtle psychology in the way it was designed, because Barnes and Noble had played, like most chains, corporate stores, the thing's basically a psyops. So, filled to the brim with propaganda or some shit. Anyways, I bought the book and it was hardbound, perhaps even by purchasing the book that got some spooks interested in me. There's a lot of weird, like, I don't want to say traps exactly, but like things that are used as tests, and like, who knows, maybe I bought something and then my credit card being connected to my social security number, my bank card, my social security number, and it just automatically shows them, oh, this person bought this book that's and they're taking interest in this thing. And then I think that happens. I'm not going to say for sure, but I have some suspicions. It's just, there's all this electronics. I just don't believe that they're not using it. And people are like, oh, everything's so inefficient. How would they do that? How would they do things like that? It's like, I would even go so far as to say, a lot of things in like medical and bureaucracy and whatnot being inefficient is simply almost within itself something of a psyops, or it's a deceptive process to be like, oh yeah, no, this stuff is hard, bureaucracy, when in reality everything's so computerized and so known. I really do believe that some, if the CIA wants to know what you're up to, they can see every single thing you've bought with a credit card. They can see everything from your social media, even deleted. They can see every little thing that they could reasonably, get access to. So, but I'm thinking about this book because it was only $17. I remember being shocked at how cheap it was. It looked like, maybe it was they were even selling it at a loss at that point. It was a big textbook with hardback binding. It wasn't super nice. It was like a textbook, like I said, but still, it's hardback. And I was reading it, and I just threw it away. I thought it was dumb. But I guess I think that the price is unpretentious, right? Because when you get a textbook in school, you have the textbook. You don't even think anything of it, right? You don't think, oh, this costs, $40, $50 retail or whatever, which, is kind of nonsense, but you just think, oh, there's a textbook, it's here. I wonder, because that's what it looked like. And then, the book being like a textbook, if it's trying to make you feel like, don't question this is a text, this is, what's being written in here is just, it is what it is. Like, putting you into the mindset of being a learner, or something like that. So I think there's a lot of complex psychology, and I felt like I drew some eyes on me when I bought it, and I felt like when I threw it away, it was such a secret, unknown act, like makes me wonder too if this added to people thinking that I knew more than I actually knew, years later. So that being said, I think the book was kind of shit. Yeah, I didn't take it too seriously. Even now I think the book was wrong about Shakespeare.